Hi everyone, it's about 10:30 on July 22nd. It's Win Saldana again, and I thought I'd record another video right now. I've had some requests to go through individual sections, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of go through the right side of this list in this video and maybe come back in another hour or two and come down the left side of this list. So it's going to be interesting. There's really a lot to see here. Remember, our overall situation is that we have southwest to west winds kind of in the southern part of the lake, and we have a light zone right here where the front is, and north of the front it's still really, really light winds, and they're tending out of the northeast or out of the east north of the front. I'm not going to do a lot of weather in this update, but let's start there. I want to show you something I do in the tracker. So you can sort of grab this thing down here and back the race up. And you can do this to sort of plays it a little quicker, and you can see this is the T10 section, and I'm going to turn the rum line back on here. I'm just going to let this run and just kind of watch it. Now, one thing I notice is these boats here on the rum line are really going a lot faster than these boats here that stayed closer to the shore, and I see that with a lot of fleets. The boats that are a little bit offshore are doing better than the ones that are staying tucked in there. So you know, this is one of the largest fleets that we have, and right now retention is leading it. And you see his boat speed's still decent there at 6.3 knots. It's kind of indicative that he hasn't gotten to the real light wind speed areas of the race yet. That's probably coming soon. We got Yellow Mellow is in really nice position out here too. We got a cluster of boats back here. Wild Norwegian, Yankee, can't really get to them all, I'm sorry. Liberty 124 and Great Viking that are all in really solid position, well-sailed boats. But there is a lot of race left. Lot of race left. Next on the list is turbos. Let's go find them up here. This is interesting. I'm going to turn off the rum line now just to be able to see them a little bit better. I'm going to back the race up again. So this is about just after midnight. So here's WindQuest. Here's El Monstro. Now watch this. I think this is cool. See WindQuest slow down and El Monstro take off right there, and then El Monstro slows down and WindQuest catches up with them. Let me slow that down a little bit and let's just play that one more time because it went by fast. Oops. So again, neck and neck. El Monstro pulls ahead. Really pulls ahead there. Passes Point Betsy, slows down and kind of stops, and WindQuest comes and catches them. The boats behind them you can see are sort of like, it looks to me like they're just more breeze maybe for a little while right in this part of the lake than there was up here, and a lot of the boats back here sort of caught up and now have kind of stopped. So that's a turbo section with our lead racing boats. Farr 40 section, I'll do the same thing here with the Farr 40s. Really great fleet here, you know, small fleet, but one of our smaller fleets, but just neck and neck. And the leading boat in this one's Flash Gordon 6, and they just look nose out on everyone and just staying there. Just really tight, great race going on in the Farr 40 section. J105s, rather large fleet again. Let's back them up a little bit more maybe. And I think you're going to see that theme here. Yeah, the theme here again. We're just kind of boats sitting a little bit more inside here, closer to the shore. See them sort of turn sideways there and slow down. I really think there was just a little less breeze there when they went through. So we got Pterodactyl in the front there, Sea Lark right by him. Probably another look at these guys, good looking, and Buzz right on top of each other. So some great competition going on there. J109s. Let's play this. And again, here, watch these guys slow down back here and inside a little bit. Meanwhile, you've got, you know, Ralt Namara really was tight with North Star for a long way and has opened up a little bit of a lead right now, and the rest of the boats are kind of clustered back here off of Big Sobble. J111, new fleet, very competitive fleet. Again, back that up. Play it for a little while. Now we got some guys a little farther offshore, a little farther inshore here, but this fleet, well, once again, you can see the guy who was the farthest offshore got his nose out compared to the guys that were inshore a little bit. Not so much in this fleet as the other ones. Again, still making good speed with no surprise in the lead. I really do think they're going to be getting into a lighter wind area as we move north here. So about halfway done. Whoops. J120s. Do the same thing with them. Maybe a little bit shorter here. J120s, it's interesting. The green boat right there really snuck through. Night Moves really snuck through right in Big Sobble, and I wonder whether, again, there's just a little more localized breeze there, what was going on, because the guys here on the inside in Irresistible 2 and in Jahazi don't look like they had the same breeze that that Night Moves did just a little offshore, and Night Moves looks like it had more breeze than these guys offshore. It's really rather complicated. Really competitive Beneteau 36.7 fleet, and I'm backing this one way up because it's really interesting. So, right, so we had a bunch of guys go hard left here, and actually one from the hard left right here, Tequila Mockingbird and As You Wish, end up, as the wind shifts, they end up just kind of way in front of everybody here. Meanwhile, back here, the same thing's going on where those boats are sort of slowing down and pulling back a little bit. Bunch of really competitive boats right here. Maggie May, Weather Edge, Tried and True, Scheherazade. So good fleet, lots of action going on there with a 36.7 fleet. Quickly to the double handers. This is tough. This is a handicap section. I'll just play this for you and we'll look at the situation. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. So this is sort of a handicap guess, is Auk leading the section. Copernicus is sort of boat for boat leading it. Beneteau 40.7, great guys in this fleet, and really you can see they're really bunched together. And again, our offshore guys, watch them here. Our offshore guys pull ahead. We'll see these guys slow down, and these boats all go the same speed, and they're very well sailed and very tight class. And Das Boot, Jay Muller is leading that section, so good for you, Jay. Now we'll pop up to the cruisers. I gotta change my, there we go, zoom a little bit. Infinite diversions up the top of the screen there. Right here, I'll just open it up a little bit. Watch these guys when they get to the Manitous just kind of start going every which way as the wind dies on them. You can see now definitely these guys out here who stayed out in the open water are going way faster than the guys inside here in the Manitou Passage, and I really think that that's going to be a big decision. And they got to figure out how to get over here eventually, but boy, they're making some legs on these guys who went inside of the Manitous right now. Finally, cruising 2, and I will end this this video. Let's back it up a little bit. Same sort of situation as cruising 1, I think. Yeah. All right, guys, get up to the Manitous, begin to sort of tack all over the place and slowing down a little bit. No one making great guns in this fleet right now. These guys don't like the light wind. So that's the overall race situation. Hope that helps, and I'll be making another video on the handicap fleets, but maybe you're seeing some of the theme of the offshore boats did better than the ones that were inshore in the Michigan shore in general. And as we're getting further north into the lake here, we're seeing lighter breezes than farther south, and I expect everyone to kind of pile up as they get up into this part of the lake. All right, thanks, bye.